Welcome to International Schooling, where we believe that every child is unique and deserves an education designed around their needs. So let's begin today's exciting lesson. Hello everyone, my name is Danelle and I am your teacher today at International Schooling. Wherever you are in the world, whether you are traveling at home, we are excited for you to join us on this learning journey. So today we are going to start with Grade 8 Economics, the American Curriculum, Module 1, Lesson 1, What is Economics? This is a super exciting introduction lesson in regards to what we will be doing this entire course. So let's think quickly. What is economics and where do we find economics? How does it affect us? Why is it important to actually know this information? So, economics is part of your everyday life. Whether your mum is taking you somewhere to go see your friends and she has to put gas in her car, whether you go buy something at the store, whether it's a piece of clothing that you really wanted, whether it's some sweets, some chocolates. I'm guilty of that one. So whether it's any of these small things, you are partaking in what we call economics. You are essentially playing a very big role. The food in your pantry, the takeaways that you like to eat, anything that you need or that you buy plays a role. Whether you paid for it or your parents paid for it or somebody paid for it, it plays a role. So the objectives of today's lesson is to define the study of economics, analyze ways that economics influence our daily lives, and identify the three basic economic questions. What will be produced? How will it be produced? And for whom will it be produced? Let us get started. So, goods and services. I've mentioned a few. Buying gas, buying sweets, buying chocolates, clothing, toothpaste, whatever it might be, or even the services that we use, whether it's fixing a car, fixing a phone, maybe going to the hairdresser, any of those things. Those are what we call economic products. And we are essentially consumers of said economic products. So goods are a physical item that you get right away. So your gas, fast food, computers, clothing, whereas a service is a valuable action that someone supplies to you. So think drive-through order, somebody fixing your phone, somebody fixing a door, somebody fixing a car. They are providing you a service based off of their skills and you are paying them for it. That is a service. Now, economics. Take a moment, think for me, what is economics? Take a moment, pause the video if you want. Fantastic. Economics is the study of how people, consumers, get the goods and services they need and want. It's not just about money. Yes, money is important and it plays a role, but it's not the only way you can get said things. So economics is about the choices we make every single day. Now we have two types of economics that we find: macroeconomics and microeconomics. Any guesses of what is the difference between the two? So I hope that everybody got their guess in. Now, macroeconomics is the big picture. Think the entire house, the totality of it. All the bedrooms, all the bathrooms, all the outside part, the kitchen, the living area, the TV room, everything. The big picture. Communities, nations, global decision making. So, big picture. Microeconomics, teeny tiny, is just one room in the house. It's the smaller picture. It's the individuals. It's the businesses. So this microeconomics plays a role in macroeconomics, but we separate them. So we will be looking at both, and you will be looking at making better economic choices throughout your life. So our daily news will include both topics, micro and macro. If we think an article titled International Summit on Global Warming, do you think that's macro or micro? If we have an article titled This New iPhone Model is a Tech Miracle, micro or macro? So, International Summit on Global Warming would be macroeconomics. It's global. It's the big picture. It's the entire house. Where microeconomics is the phone, the new phone. It's one product. It's not this big thing. So let's do an activity to classify them. Now, we have to divide them into macro or microeconomics. First thing is buying a bottle of shampoo. Pause the video with each answer and wait, think, put it in your head, and then you can start playing the video further. Buying a bottle of shampoo is microeconomic. Next, we have starting a lawn business. This is also microeconomics. Painting your bedroom, individual, one room, one house, one part of the house. Microeconomics. Decreasing funding for national parks. Do you think big picture or small picture? It is big picture, macroeconomics. Nations volunteering to end world hunger. Big picture, macroeconomics. Increasing the national minimum wage. Macroeconomics. Having a yard sale. Microeconomics. No matter how big of a yard sale it might be, microeconomics. And importing goods from other nations would be macroeconomics. Well, I hope everybody got that correct and that they are ready to go further. So, the next part of our lesson is the 3 important economic questions. Whether you are looking at macro or microeconomics, the big picture or the small picture, we ask these 3 questions. We need to find the answers for these 3 questions. Firstly, what will be produced? Secondly, how will it be produced? And third, for whom will it be produced? So, this might seem very simple and very simplistic, and how can this be applicable to everything in regards to economics? Let us take an example for that. So, when it comes to applying these 3 questions, we need to think of businesses, nations, people making daily decisions. We need to consider how we spend our time, what we spend our time on. So, for instance, do you have a test tomorrow to study for, but also work after school today? How will you squeeze in all of these things? How are you going to produce everything that you need to produce? Whether it's making yourself a sandwich, going to work, doing your homework, any of those questions. So, let's see. Individuals. Let's say you are preparing a meal. First things first, what will you produce? Think of your favorite meal, imagine it. What will it be? Maybe it's spaghetti, maybe it's a lovely burger. What is your favorite meal? What are you going to produce? How are you going to produce it? So if you're making, let's say, spaghetti, you're going to put on a pot of boiling water, add some oil and salt, put in your spaghetti, think about what sauce you want. Okay, I would like a tomato-ish sauce. Start preparing that. All those directions that you follow, the tools that you use, how are you going to present it? Are you going to add some parmesan on top? Are you going to add some fresh herbs? All of those little details of how you are going to get to your end product will be in how to produce it. And then lastly, who would benefit from your excellent cooking skills? Who is it for? Who is it being produced for? Is it your family? Is it just you? Is it some friends? So I want you to think of your favorite meal and apply all three of those questions to your favorite meal. How are you going to do it? You can pause the video and figure that out for me, and then you can press play once you are done. Next, a business. A restaurant. Let's use a restaurant for this example. What are they going to produce? So let's say it's a Japanese food restaurant. They make delicious food, so they have to have a fair amount of variety in regards to that cuisine. How will they produce it? That means the business owner needs to think of the equipment they might need. Do they have the money for it? Are they going to pay cash for it? Do they need to take out a loan for it? Do they have the property to do it? Do they have everything in regards to seating, tables, a cashier? All of those things to get to the final product, which is getting the food to the customer. Now, maybe they need workers to cook, to serve, to clean, supplies. All of those multiple little things they need to think of. And they also need to think of money. How are they going to produce it given the money that they have? If they don't have enough, are they going to get someone else to help them with it? Now, these are the logistics that a business would need to think of in regards to these questions. And lastly, for whom to produce. So for them, it's their targeted clientele, the people they want to purchase their food. So if it's a casual atmosphere, they might target families, people that are just quickly want to get food and want to go home. If they want a little bit more of an upscale environment or atmosphere, they're going to look for a little bit more of a classy look in regards to it and presentation in regards to their food, and then they're going to attract that targeted clientele. They also need to make sure when it comes to how to produce it that they do the correct advertising to achieve that result. Okay, fantastic. Now we have looked at all three of our objectives. I hope that everyone could remember everything. Our lesson summary is in regards to everybody in our daily lives are involved in economics. In regards to economic products, goods and services, we need them, we want them, we purchase them. Microeconomics, only one room, small picture. So in regards to the individual, the household, business level, tiny. Macroeconomics, the entire house. This is global, national levels. The whole study of economics in regards to the big picture. And then our three very important basic economic questions. What to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. These are applicable in macro and microeconomics. Now let's do a bit of economic terms and descriptions. quiz. So, macroeconomics, to what is that applicable? It is applicable to the study of national and global economy. The basic economic questions: what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. Our economic products, goods and services. Who is or what is an economist? People who use reason to determine the cost of their choices when making decisions, also professionals who study economics. Economics itself? The study of how people get economic products they need and want. Personal income? Micro or macro? Microeconomics. National income tax? Macroeconomics. Fantastic. I hope everyone had a fantastic time during our lesson. It was lovely to see everybody and to get to explain this concept to you. So, excellent work, everyone. It was lovely to see you. In our next lesson, we will be looking at scarcity and choice, and you won't want to miss it. It's going to be amazing, and we're going to look at how today's lesson connects to the real world. Thank you for learning with international schooling today. We believe every child is unique. You deserves a flexible education that is adapted to them. Keep learning, keep growing, keep believing. And remember, your school, your location, your time. We look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Bye.
International Schooling, the best online school.